Well, this movie's all about hostas. Here I have a couple of variegated types. I have a lot of different hostas. The reason why, I worked in the construction industry and they were very long days and you didn't have time to grow anything, but these require no maintenance. They just grow. I got another bunch over here. Every year I divided them up and took them, planted somewhere else, and away they grew. Now those ones there are going right nuts in that part of the garden. Why, I don't know. They're already coming to blossom. Hostas don't need as much sunlight. Here's the north side, very shaded. Look at the size of those ones. That's a different kind again. And then there's a big leaf variegated. God knows where I get. Whenever I found one, I'd buy some. And there's a little guy in there all crowded out. As you can see, I like them nice and thick. That way I don't have to pick weeds. Well, there's some weeds. There's some grass growing in there. There's another one there in the middle. Hostas love to grow. And they don't want to be looked after. More hostas, variegated type again. That's a plain type, has a big white flower, that one. This guy, I don't know where I got him. He's a monster. He just grows high and wide. He's pretty near time to divide him up and move half of them somewhere else. Some simple ones again with the white flower. More of that brand, or similar ones. They just grow and grow and grow. Should have wrote down where I got all these kinds from, because there's quite a few different varieties here. I don't really know the names of them. If I see something I don't have, I pick it up and start a new patch. There's some more. The variegated ones were the first ones I had. They're everywhere. Growing like crazy. I kind of like these little guys here. And those are my perennial geraniums. They grew a lot. I had one of those plants. This was the original one. And now I've divided it and spread it around. It loves to grow everywhere. There's some more. These guys are about, I think this is 3 or 3 years maybe. I put these here under the pine tree. Because not much grows under a pine tree, but hostas love pine trees, so they just grow. Here's a couple I bought from a different store. These are store-bought ones. I didn't find these ones. You know, they haven't really grew a whole lot. They're only 3 or 4 petals wide 5 years ago. Those are pretty slow growing ones. The variegated ones, they grow like crazy. I gotta divide them up all the time. And there's a blue one, or I call it blue. It has a kind of a blue hue to it. Hostas, hostas, hostas. I gotta visit the lily farm again, get some more lilies. I guess no more hostas over here. There's another one, variegated one, growing in there, tucked in with all those other plants. And they even love growing in here behind my solar panels. They don't get a lot of sun. Maybe they don't need a lot of sun. More geraniums. I think there's even a poppy plant stuck in there with all those iris. I don't know if the iris will bloom in there though. Pretty shaded. I don't know what this is. I planted it. It grows every year. It's perennial. I've tried to reseed that, but not any luck. Some more variegated hostas stuck in the back. They, poor buggers, you know, really, they shouldn't have been in there. The tiger lilies take over everything. But what the heck. I like things thick. A few years ago, Nothing would grow down here because it's very, very dry. So I put these hostas in. That was the first one that grew. Then I planted that bridal wreath back there. It's finished blooming. And then I planted the cup plant last year in front of it, so it took right off. And I put in about 6 inches of mulch, or wood chips this year to keep the weeds down. Everything in here grew like crazy this year. Wild year. And last but not least, my neighbor wanted some hostas. So I give her a dozen of them, little guys. She planted them here, and there they are, growing like crazy. Don't ever plant hostas in the place you don't want them, because you'll have to dig them up. They grow everywhere. Okay, and that's all the hostas I got.